Hi. Well, today I had my first math lesson with the last of my classes. That means actually the past few days I have a math class, but today one of my classes was had their first lesson. So in this first lesson, I did not go straight into the syllabus. Spend a bit of time unpacking with the students some of the mindset and attitude I hope that they will have as they approach their learning, especially for mathematics. Now, mathematics itself, uh, we actually spent a bit of time trying to figure out what mathematics means to them, and many students actually shared some of their honest thoughts. Unsurprisingly, there's quite a lot of students who actually share quite negatively because they have a fear for mathematics, and it is a fear that they had since they were younger, probably because they weren't successful with mathematics in a test or two. So why like that? I think when we analyze a little bit, we realize that this fear is so rampant. And I believe that it is because mathematics has been unfairly being tied to this concept of intelligence. Many people uh, believe that mathematics is used to measure intelligence, or rather give us an indication of the intelligence of a person. And I think this is quite negative and it's quite dangerous. Why do people have this kind of thinking in the first place? I think the issue is the media. Um, Unfortunately, many people who are in the media, when they portray people who are good in math, typically they are your nerds, your geeks, or your people who are just strange and socially awkward but somehow really good in their studies. And these are the people that is typically depicted as being good in mathematics. And these people generally, is shown in the media as being highly intelligent, and they are born with it, which is sad because what happens is when you are not that type of person, you start to believe that you are not good in maths. Just to quote an example, there was this story that I heard long time ago. Is a bit lighthearted and at the same time, um, yeah, quite mean. But it is a situation where two person is quarreling. So just call them A and B. They are quarreling, and A told B that you are ugly, not good looking, ugly. Then B shout back, say, no, no, you are fat. And what the A says? A turn around and says, well, I know I'm fat, at least I can diet, but you're ugly. There's nothing you can do about it. Quite mean lah. So please do not scold people ugly or fat. Don't do that, it's quite mean. But there is a difference in this, because what happens is when you say somebody is fat, for in this example, there is some action that can be taken. Can go on a diet, can exercise a little bit more and lose the weight. But by saying that someone is ugly, of course we know that there are things you can do if you are ugly, but it's very mean, because there's nothing the person that's being insulted can do about it at this point of time. It's way more hurtful. So of course I never encourage quarreling, but never ever insult someone about something they cannot change. That is just plain mean. Or don't be mean spirited like that. But coming back to why I relate this story, it's like mathematics, because for people who are not successful in mathematics, and if they have the thinking that mathematics is related to intelligence, then failing maths is like them receiving the signal that, oh, you're not intelligent. And then being intelligent or not is not something that we can just straight away change, right? It's not like I can go on a diet or something. We can't change our intelligence overnight. It's like being insulted that you are ugly, something that we can. So it's quite mean, and it's depressing. And for young students, in primary school, when you have that kind of mindset, that kind of thinking, it really hurts. You may not feel it now, or but when you reflect upon it, I think subconsciously that hurts, and that prevents us from wanting to really try again to succeed at maths. And because we think that since we are not intelligent, what's the point, right? So it is bad. Please do not associate mathematics with intelligence. I think that is not a good thing to do. Instead, what I would recommend, from another point of view, is this. Let's think about the positive things. Let's not tie mathematics intelligence, because everyone can perform well in mathematics if they try hard enough. I really believe that. I prefer to believe that mathematics in some form, okay, and on some level, is more about testing whether we are careful. I mean, I'm talking from the perspective of students and learning mathematics. Real mathematicians, this one don't really quite apply lah. Huh? So if we ask students, any students, okay, that who made mistakes in mathematics, and say there are many types of mistakes that we can make, which one is the most common? Most of them will probably tell you that it's careless mistake. They weren't careful when they were doing their working and their calculations. So if that is the most common, then one of the best way to actually, first of all, stabilize your math grade and improve would be to train yourself to be more careful, and everyone can do that. It just takes a more conscious effort to be mindful every time when we are working on a problem sum, presenting a work, or putting together an assignment to submit to your teacher. So by putting in this little bit of effort to try to make sure that your assignment is well done, you are training yourself to be a more careful person in the long run. And that will play a part in improving your maths grade. It's better to associate maths with being a careful person, meticulous person, orderly person, rather than linking it to intelligence. Let's not do that, alright? So all the best, and have a nice day.